Hi everybody, welcome to Baking for Coworkers. I'm Emily.
And I'm Matt.
We're here today to introduce you all to our channel. And I just want to describe the concept really quick before I turn it over to Matt.
The lovely, apparently co-host for today's video.
So I'm basically the baker. Every week I will ask one of my coworkers to tell me what dessert I need to make, and I make it. I research what recipe I want to use, and then I'll film myself baking it, albeit for this episode it didn't go very well in terms of the filming. But this is our pilot episode, and we will learn and we will grow. So today we have berry crumble bars. Yes, there they are.
Zoom in.
And I do want to say in the recipe, I made a mistake, and you're supposed to put lemon juice inside the berry compote. I was distracted as I put it inside the crumble mix, but you know what? It tastes fine, and the point is you make mistakes, and it still tastes fine.
Own it.
Yeah, you own it, right? And so we're here, and this part, we're at work. We're in this beautiful little wellness room, aka the dessert room. And we are going to try. Oh no, I don't know. Oh dear. We're going to get sick.
I don't imagine so.
Hope we don't get sick. So yeah, so Matt's going to eat a berry crumble bar inside of the wellness room.
And you're going to watch me do it.
And
you can critique in the comments on how beautifully I eat this bar. So please, I want to hear this.
Do we have any napkins?
We have
Kleenex.
We have Kleenex and a plate that I scavenged. I am the office raccoon.
He will eat stuff out of a trash can.
Just like a raccoon.
Pretty much, yeah. If there's food in any room or any corner or any crevice, he knows about it.
So let me see. Let me find the perfect bite here.
Oh,
so I want a little bit of edge. So I think I'm going to go.
Edge is good. It's good to be edgy.
I'm going to go with this one. All right. I'm going to call this the perfect bite. I'm going to take the edge first. So I'm going to bite the edge, and then I'm going to bite a middle piece.
There is a method to biting. Honest feedback. You don't improve without honest feedback.
It's definitely berry-y, which I appreciate. So what berries do you have in here? You have, obviously, blueberries, and then you have raspberries?
Yes.
Okay.
I also have blackberries and strawberries because I use the fancy mixed berry bag from Trader Joe's. I also added some fresh berries.
It's actually really good, and the crust is
lemony.
Well, I thought the lemon was in the crumble, so I get the lemon. The crust is
too crumble, too liquid.
Maybe I would say I like a crumbly crust, or like a crispier crust. So I think it might be like a little buttery, but
I do think that, and I'm wondering, should I have baked it longer? And I did essentially double the amount of berries because, as I'm doing things, I'm like, oh no, we need more berries. Let's not follow the recipe. Oh.
So, I think berries, totally on point. I would not decrease the berry amount.
Thank you.
But maybe baking longer.
Yeah, and I baked it for 37 minutes, and the recipe said 25 to 35, but maybe adding the lemon juice to the crust did something to the chemical composition where it, I don't know, he's a PhD, and you like a PhD, you should know this works, right? Come on, toxicology, you should know how
well, I'm not going to die from eating this. It's not poisoned, I can tell you that.
Well, this is good.
But I mean, yeah, I guess the only thing I would say maybe bake it for a few minutes longer. But
okay,
that's really my only.
That's all you have to say.
This is fabulous.
It's not too. Is it sweet enough?
It is. Maybe a smidgen of cinnamon and or almond extract or something.
Well, no, look at him. The data manager already told me to brown my butter, and I did that. I don't know what else. That's a deviation from the recipe as well. Doubling the berries, browning the butter, accidentally putting the lemon juice in the crumb mix.
I think all of those aren't mistakes. Those are totally fine. I think that's
it's good.
It's just really good. I'm gonna eat it now.
Go for it.
That's my only critique before I have to run back to my meeting because we are actually at work.
I can't believe it. He's working. No, Matt always works. We just work and eat. So next we'll have Tori and Jason give us their opinions. So far, so good. The other people that have tried that do not wish to be on camera, one of them is holding the camera. She will not speak. She likes the bars too, and so does my 2 bosses, but they won't be on camera. Maybe we'll get them over someday. Once they see how cool we are on YouTube.
So this is Matt, the Office Raccoon. If you'd like to see more videos with me, please like and comment on the video.
Oh yeah, you feel free to give us some suggestions too on what recipes we should make and try. We'd be happy to do so, and be sure to subscribe to our crazy channel. I mean, we're over here conducting groundbreaking research for therapies and treatments for people, and groundbreaking research on desserts.
Fact. Signing off.
Okay, we are back in the wellness room with Jason and Tori, and they're here to try the berry crumble bars. So dig in, guys.
Okay, here I go.
Jason likes.
I have them all.
Alright.
Jason's all about the treats. He says he's not a dessert person though, so I find it really interesting.
What's it called?
The berry crumble bar.
It's definitely blueberries or
That's pretty much what Matt said.
raspberries.
Blueberry.
I think it's not really sweet. Mm-hmm. I like the texture. I mean, I'm more of a texture person than a.
You're a texture person.
Yeah, it's not hard and it's not too soft. It's somewhere in the middle, and so it goes the level of sweetness.
But it's sweet enough, right? Is it? Or is it? Could it be a little? Could it be a little sweeter? That was my concern. But Matt thinks it's sweet enough, and other people
I'd add a little, like, citrus.
Yeah, it's a little tart.
I'd add a little citrus.
I like the tartness actually because
So you want to know what's funny? Is I did make a mistake, and you're supposed to add the juice of 1 lemon. I did add it, but I accidentally added it to the crumble batter. The mix instead of the compote, so while there is lemon in there, it's not in the right place, so that probably does directly affect the flavor.
Did you say compote?
Yeah, I call it compote. It's just a mix of berries. So there's blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries.
I thought you said compost for a second there.
Well, I put compost in the bio. I put compost, mixed berry compost. So, what do you think, Tori?
It's good. I think I like my crumble a little bit crunchier.
That's,
It's a
yeah.
little bit, and maybe because it was sitting, and maybe when it's fresh out of the oven, it's a little bit.
I wonder if I had baked it longer, do you think it would have been? Or maybe, but the fact that I had added the lemon juice accidentally maybe did something to it. I don't know if it affected.
The broiler for like 2 minutes just to get that crumble.
I was expecting it to be crunchier. Yeah, I really was. I mean, so that may be something that I could figure out.
So it's supposed to be crunchy on top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah. I think it has good flavor.
That's good flavor.
It's got
Yeah?
good flavor.
You're right. Actually, it was just slightly crunchier. I didn't know that was supposed to be the case. I could see why it would be more unique in that sense, where you get like the best of both worlds, crunchy on top and soft in the middle, and kind of like the even layered, even level of sweetness.
And you know what is also really good is serving it with vanilla ice cream or cream, fresh cream. But we don't have the luxury in. No, are you gonna eat that?
No.
Oh, I thought it was a piece of your bar. Oh dear. So, out of 5 stars, what are we giving this?
I say 3.5.
Wow,
I
only 3.5.
I would have given it a 4. But then Tori made the comment about
Tori made me lose a half a
crunchier.
star. That's okay, Miss Tori. We'll try to fix it next time. We'll do do-overs.
If you were
What
to
do you think?
do over, I'd say add the lemon to the compost.
Yes, do it right.
And maybe throw it under the broiler for a minute or two so you get a nice crunchy top.
Have you made this before?
I've not made this. I've made crumbles before.
Oh.
So I like the crunchier.
So you do the broiler.
I'll put it under, just the broiler for like a quick minute just to get a little crunch on it.
Okay.
I mean, but the flavor's good. I like the bottom crust. It's
Okay.
good. It's like a shortbread.
It's the
Kind of.
same. You know, it's the same batter.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same.
Top and bottom.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
There's, I don't know, something went cuckoo on that. Because you bake the bottom part for only 10 minutes. Then you put your berry mix, and then you put the rest of the crumble on top, and then you bake it for 25 to 35 minutes. I've left mine in for 37 or 38 because I was trying to get like a nice brown effect, and it just wasn't going, so I was afraid of over baking. I took it out of the oven because I also thought, okay, I'm supposed to get like a crunchy top, so somehow I failed, and I'm just wondering if like adding the lemon juice made it prevent it somehow. I don't know.
Maybe.
So maybe a viewer, if you're a baker, you might know if adding lemon juice would affect that.
Are you?
We made it more
is
acidic.
This straight
so.
from a family recipe? Or?
This was not. So I did some looking around on the internets for a recipe, and I looked at a couple or 2 or 3, and I settled on this one. And I wanted one that included lemon and included rolled oats. So this one had that. But this recipe was for only raspberries, but that doesn't matter. You can put whatever.
Yeah.
That's not going to affect,
I like the mixed berry. I like that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Jason's
and lemon.
Lemon. Mm-hmm.
And then broil maybe the top just to get a little crunchier. I'd give it a solid 3.
Okay. 3 out of 5.
I would give it a 4, like I said. If it was
Well, Tori over here cost me a half a star, so thanks, Tori. Well, this is good. We have a good start for our yep. And this is our pilot episode of baking for coworkers. And so we want to thank you for joining in and on the fun here. And we got to go back and conduct groundbreaking research. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, so for the berry crumble bars, I have Googled berry crumble bars, and this is what I am getting so far. So I tend to look for, of course, high ratings with a lot of reviews. 4.8 at 39 reviews. Up here we have 4.9 at 15 reviews, and we have... There was one on Epicurious that I liked. So let's go ahead and I think we're going to look at this one. And let's check. When I was briefly looking up these on my phone, I thought I saw some from Epicurious. So this looks really good. It's got 4 out of 4. And it is a 55 reviews, which is more than the other one. So let's check. So this is the first one we looked at. Let's check the recipe. Okay, that looks about right. Strawberries, I think that's optional. I think I definitely want the blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. So I just want to see the ingredients. So looking at this, I like that they're using a lemon. I love lemon. Definitely a little bit of zest is great. The one thing I'm noticing about this, the crust and the topping, is that it doesn't have rolled oats, which is something that I would really, I think, like in my recipe. So let's go over here to Summer Berry Crisp and see what they ask for. So they've got the rolled oats, the brown sugar. Okay. I'm liking this crisp topping. Let's see, prepare the topping. Place the pie, bake in, remove. Wait, is this okay? So this isn't a bar. Okay, go away. I want berry crumble bar. So let's go back. Let's go to all recipes and see if they have anything. I generally have really good luck at all recipes. Yeah, I should have put that bar. That is what we have to. You know what? Okay, so far I'm leaning towards that one, but I want the rolled oats. So let me see, go back to Google. Find berry crumble bars one more time. Okay, my baking addiction. Now there's 6 reviews, 4.8. How about this one? 4.8 and 39 reviews. And let's see how they do it. I think I see oats. Yep. Okay, so it's a bar. Okay, no thank you. And now they've got lemon juice in there. So I think this is what we're going to go with. Let's just check real quick to find the ingredient list to make sure that this is exactly what we want. Sorry, I am a scrolling crazy person. There we go. Frozen raspberries. Okay, so I have a bag of frozen mixed berries, and that's what we will use. Juice of lemon, rolled oats. Okay, we're going to go with this recipe. So let's go and head into the kitchen and get started. Okay, we've got the recipe open here. And we're going to need 2 12-ounce bags of frozen berries. I happen to have one 16-ounce and one 12-ounce, so I'm just going to measure out using my scale 24 ounces of berries. Next, we'll need sugar, and then we'll need some flour and cornstarch and the juice of 1 lemon. For the crumble layer, it's going to require the rolled oats, flour, brown sugar, and baking powder, 1.5 cups of melted butter. And this recipe person says she prefers salted, so we'll use salted, so that's going to be 2.5 sticks. And then we will need some salt, which I will gather up in a minute. To bake the bars, we will be using a 9-inch by 13-inch pan lined with parchment paper. My pan happens to be glass, but I believe you can use either. The first step is to prepare the berries, and we need to run hot water over them for about a minute, and then the directions state to let it drain and sit here for an hour. I don't know if an hour is totally needed. We will see. The point is to ensure that the berries are softened. And now we're preheating the oven to 350. So we're back over here with the berries, and I just read the notes, and it says it's really important that we thaw and let these sit because we want to make sure all of the excess water is out, because it will help the berries or the bars firm up. So we really have to do this step, much to my dismay. But you can kind of squish the berries with your spoon to get the water out. That will help. To make the crumble layer, we're going to add our 3 cups of oats and 3 cups of flour. Next, we'll add the 2 cups of brown sugar. Just make sure that is loosely and not firmly packed. Next, we have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Next, we're going to melt our butter, and we're going to need 1.5 cups, which is 3 sticks. I might have said 2.5 earlier, but it is 3 sticks because each stick is 1/2 cup, and we need 1.5 cups. So I'm going to melt this. I think I'm even going to brown it, even though the recipe doesn't call for it. But our good data manager scolded me for not browning butter when I said I didn't when I made cookies, and it offers a nice kind of nutty toffee flavor, which is great in cookies. I think it might be good in these bars too, so I'm just gonna try it. while the butter is melting, I'm going to squeeze the juice out of this one lemon. I have my KitchenAid mixer here. And I'm just going to give this a stir. Only the dry ingredients are in. We're going to go to stir. Just to get them mixed. And then let's check on our butter. Is that looking a little bit longer? Okay, so the butter is browned. You can see it has turned brown, and before it does, it typically foams, and now it's just a nice dark color. What I'm going to do now is slowly mix in the brown butter, and I'll just go ahead and add the lemon juice. Now, start the mixer and slowly add the butter. And we're going to mix it until it's got a crumble-like texture. You don't have to stir very long for it to mix. So this is the consistency, and we're going to just press 2/3 of this mixture onto the bottom of our parchment-lined pan. Okay, I've got about 2/3 of it sprinkled in there. It's even, I think. What I'll do is I'll get another piece of parchment paper, lay it flat on there, and then I'll smush it down so I'm not using my hands. Or you can use some gloves, or you can use your clean hands, but I am going to put parchment paper over and squish it. Pack it in there good. I think that's about even and nicely packed. Okay. When you're satisfied, then we're done. Now we're going to bake it for 10 minutes. Okay, so I added some fresh berries because I didn't think that the 24 ounces of frozen berries I had was enough. So I had some fresh ones, so I added them on top. And now we're going to add our 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, and then we just need to do a tablespoon of cornstarch. We're supposed to add the juice of a lemon to this mix. I don't know why I added it to the mix, or crumble mix. This tastes good. It tastes good with the lemon, and we're just going to roll with it. I'm not going to add any more lemon here because I don't want to make it too tart. So I'm going to go ahead and add the tablespoon of cornstarch, and then we'll put this back in the mixer. So now I've got our berry mix in the KitchenAid, and I've got it on stir. And we're just going to stir these right up. I also forgot that you need to add 2 tablespoons of flour, so I just put that in. You can see it on the side, so I'm going to need to stop it and scrape it down. So after I scrape down the residual flour, I'll give it another quick mix, and then we will go ahead and spread it onto our crust. Got our berry crumble here, and now we're just going to evenly smooth out our berry mix. And I probably added too many berries. That's what happens when I try to fix something that's not broken. This is going to be an interesting tart, considering that I've got lemon juice in the crust, all these berries. Make Make sure they go up to the corners here. And then we're going to put the crumble on and then bake it for 25 minutes, 25 to 35. So we've left the berry crumble in the refrigerator overnight, and when you take it out, it looks like this. So now I'm just going to cut it up into bars, put it in my little carrier, and we'll be good to go.